idiot, huh? The father didn't want to pay $400,000, 7 years in school, and so that's the end result. So you use somebody else's license. Okay, Rabotai, this week we have to finish this because Shavuot is coming up, and Shavuot, the peak is Basar v'Chalav. That's the peak. What's the reason you got Torah, you know? The Midrash says that when Moshe Rabbeinu went out to Shamayim, he had a fight with the Malachim to get the Torah or not. It says, Hashem turned the face of Moshe to the face of Abraham Avinu. The Midrash says, you saying, don't give the Torah. Why? They're going to sin. They're not going to listen. They're not going to follow. Hashem said, you were in this world for a few minutes, and by this person you already made mistakes with Basar v'Chalav.
Oh yeah, I read something else. No,
and because you were just for a few minutes, you made already so many mistakes. You want me to keep the Torah by you? I better bring the Torah down to this world. If they make a mistake, they'll make it here and there, but not within a few minutes. So it says the whole emphasis was, the conversation was, the fact that the Jewish people were keeping Basar v'Chalav. So it says that's the main idea of Shavuot, is the fact that we receive the Torah is the concept of Basar v'Chalav. So we got very perfect, we're almost finishing this topic, Basar v'Chalav, right before the Shavuot. Such a connection came out. David?
Rabbi, what does it mean if you are born on Shavuot?
You have ability to receive the Torah. That day we receive the Torah. Gemara says, which day is the most important day to eat meat? Which Yom Tov is the most important Yom Tov to eat meat? Shavuot. Atzeret, Gemara says, Atzeret is language of the Gemara, is the most important day to eat meat on it. Why? Because that, to show how happy we are, but we receive the Torah. More than Pesach, more than Sukkot, miracles, more than all of it is what the biggest miracle, that we were chosen to receive the Torah. That's the people that they eat only dairy on Shavuot make a terrible mistake. The most important day of meat, they turn it into dairy. That's why make sure you eat also meat, and the meat is supposed to be done during the day more than during the night. More during the day more than during the night. Because the respect of the day is higher. Means don't make the mistake of people do eating meat in the night and dairy in the day in the morning, and that's it. Because then you end up that you ate dairy during the day, you disrespected the day. You showed less respect to the day than to the night. And you're supposed to be the opposite, show more respect to the daytime. Daytime is always more chashuv, more important. Because the daytime corresponds to the father. The father is the day, and the mother is the night. Who is supposed to give more respect, to the father or to the mother? To the father. Why? Because if the father tells you, bring me a cup of water, and your mother tells you, don't get up, he's not your father anymore.
For the next hour.
What?
Why? She's upset at him. What are you supposed to do as a child? Get up. But if it happened vice versa, if your father is upset on your mother, and your mother said, bring me a cup of coffee, and your father said, don't get up. You don't get up.
But she came from him. She's also...
Why? Because she has to respect him also. Huh? At the divorce there is debate who is supposed to listen. Bottom line, you're supposed to listen to whoever came first. The chiyuv.
Even if your
Came
father
first means to say if the father said A, the mother said B, whoever came first request, you have to listen to him in the divorce. And if they're not divorced, everybody follows after the father. The children after the mother after the father. Father is the peak. Okay, back to us.
Your father is not religious and your mother religious?
היה בכבודו, אפילו נאמר. מרן פסקין חי בכבודו. שהכל הוא יד?
Yes.
ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Amen.
Okay, very good. We are continuing. And we left off on the knife. And we spoke about that the knife has a special thing. when it comes, remember, combination of two. When you cut with knife, dairy knife, you cut, let's say, meat, vegetables that you're going to use for meal. For example, a person right now sliced cheese, hot cheese or pizza from the oven with a knife. The pizza shop made it 8 slices. His children wants smaller than the 8th of the slice of the pie. Well, it's a quarter. You don't have the roller. Now most people don't have that at home, so they take a knife. Now it's on the hot tray. That pizza. It's in Kli Rishon. You take that knife, you cut with this.
You mean meaty knife?
Dairy knife, power knife, brand new knife.
It's not Kli Rishon.
It's on the tray. The tray is hot.
It wasn't baked with the tray.
It doesn't need to be baked as long as it was got to yad soledet bo. When you warmed it up in the oven, I'm assuming. So that's what I'm referring to. Or in that small oven that people put, and then you take it out. It's still scalding hot. Yad soledet bo. It's still Kli Rishon. And the pizza and cheese is hot. You take with that knife, you cut right now the pizza. Guess what happened to the knife? Turned into dairy. Now you washed it very good, cleaned it, mamash, bakol mikol kol.
There's no difference than if you took the pizza off and put it on something else, or left it on a thing. On a thing, temperature is the same thing.
Nachon. We spoke about the Tosfot. Tosfot that's in Daf Mem Shabbat that said, Kli Rishon and Kli Sheni is not about temperature. It's about where is he heading towards. The koach of the Kli Rishon is heading to maintain heat. Koach of Kli Sheni is heading to reduce the heat.
Even if the Kli Sheni is the same.
Not same, hotter. Kli Sheni could be 200 degrees, Kli Rishon could be 180 degrees, Kli Rishon will cook, Kli Sheni will not. It's 200 degrees Fahrenheit, it's 180. Where are you looking towards? Going towards? Okay, so now a person took that knife and now he wants to slice radish. He wants to have, tonight he has the Yeshua for his babula. Bukharian loves to put radish on their Yeshua. It's one of the arbata minim that they have to have. Kapusta, radish, alfios, must be there. Now he wants to cut with this with the knife, the dairy knife, he wants to cut the radish, and he's going to serve that radish tonight, oshpalo. If you go to somebody's oshpalo, Rabotai, there's a common mistake. That people serve oshpalo, they put the garlic complete with everything. It's a big problem because inside the garlic there is many times shirviki. I saw not once, not twice, not 10 times inside the garlic, in between the shell and the garlic. There's many times bugs over there. Many times. They love that place. I don't know why, but the rent is cheaper there. I think they go there all the time.
Nobody want to live.
So the people that put a whole garlic with the whole thing on the oshpalo, common mistake that they do, and they're not washing it. It's a mamash isur, million isurim over there. Every cherviak, 5 isurim. And there's not one, there's many of them there. They don't come out, no? They... Bashet elech elech, bashet tamut
They don't
yamut.
eat the garlic, they throw it away.
Huh? No, they eat. Kite, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but they
If
peel
you
it.
don't eat this garlic, it's okay to eat oshpolo?
No? Cherviak выходит, что он там будет сидеть, что ли, только?
Because it's hot. It's going inside.
So what? So?
But don't eat it with a clip.
It's gonna go inside where? The garlic is very hard. It's hard. They cannot go inside the garlic. It's a kirpich laniro.
Is it in infestation common?
Common. The rabbis that deal with kashrut, they always warn about it. So it's a common problem. To make sure when you make palo, Daniel, don't make the palo with a complete head of garlic. You want to put garlic in the palo, clean the garlic, wash it one by one, then throw it inside, no problem. No, it's guys, same thing. It's cooked. Yeah,
Would it be a problem to eat the both of them?
it's good totally.
Like in a mesh.
Or maybe
If they put it in a mash,
Mesh, like
The
a very
smell?
dense.
what do you mash? You mash it.
No, mesh.
If they put it in a mash, okay.
Yeah.
Like a nice dense one.
Yeah. then nothing can happen to it. Проблема потом, ты его не сможешь кушать. The garlic itself, you will not eat it. Okay?
I tell you, Arab,
If you just for flavor, just put garlic powder. That's it.
they put it inside the peel, Arab, because otherwise it will disintegrate or it will get mushy. So, but what if they take clove by clove?
Clove by clove, yeah. I said.
With the peel.
No,
With the peel.
no.
That's what they do.
The garlic, the bugs are in between the garlic and the peel.
peel.
Have his own peel. That's what the problem is. Okay, back to us. Now he wants to cut this rediska, the radish, and serve it tonight in the Yushvo. Yushvo is going to be palo miri.
Garlic.
Is it allowed or no? This radish allowed or no?
No.
The knife was clean.
If it's spicy, then
Depends the size.
Says halacha, two conditions are fulfilled. The radish turned into dairy. What? First condition?
spicy.
Spicy. Second one,
Dufka, chufa, ודufka.
when you pushed with that knife. It's not like, like a butter. It's a radish. You have to cut it, put force. That's called duchka, pushing of the knife, and harif, spiciness of the fruit, of the vegetable.
Even after what?
Even after washing.
Still spicy.
About washing or not, we're going to debate. Some opinions understand, Maran, that even after washing. Not only that, even after 24 hours.
You have the power to take out the
Do you hear
fat.
this?
Yeah, the harif.
If your babulia cooked palo in the Uzbek spot, we said after 24 hours she didn't know, kasher. If she cut with a dairy knife 24 hours ago, the radish is dairy, cannot have it with meat. 24 hours passed. אסור. מרן says, צנון שחתכם בסכין של בשר בין יומו, או שאינו מקונח, או שאינו מקונח, ויש אומרים דהו הדין לאינו בין יומו. Now, בגמרא פסקין סתם ויש, it's a whole debate over here over this סימן. I'm just going to tell you in a quicker format. א', סד נקבע, סעיף א'.
אתה לא יכול לחתוך אצבע ממנו?
כדי נטילה, להוסיף.
מה זה נטילה?
Whatever you said, הצבעה אלוקימי. This Shabbat we had Moshe with us over here. Igor.
It was very good.
I did not Zohar review it.
I told you, it's sometimes 1 hour, sometimes 2, depends how much it comes from the heart. It was a very important shiur last week. Okay, continuing. וכתב בכף החיים במאכל ויש מחמירים בזה, יש נלך בזה אחר הרעות, כי יש דברים חריפים. Now what happened if you cooked it? רחמים? You cook the onion, and then you want to cut the onion. After you cook it.
Cook it where?
You cook it on a part.
With the dairy knife?
And you cut
With the dairy knife, you cut that onion. Is onion is sharp after cooking? No. It's not spicy anymore. It's not spicy anymore, you're good. It's not two conditions, not fulfilled.
What if you cook it in a meaty pot?
Meaty pot,
After you cut it with a dairy...
you cut it with dairy knife
Dairy knife.
when it was still sharp. Raw.
Yeah.
When it was raw.
Raw.
So it's garbage.
And you cook it with a meaty pot, garbage.
מה זה מירי? With meat or meaty pot?
Meaty pot.
No, meaty pot we learned that it's secondary.
Okay, so
secondary.
let's say you cut it
It's
with
secondary.
Even if you cut it with a palm knife,
Huh?
so you cut it with a palm knife, and you cook it in a meaty pot, this...
Parve knife. You cut,
knife.
hold on. You cut onion with parve knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Then you
in a
cook
meaty
the
pot.
onion
In a meaty pot.
in a meaty pot.
Or pepper, hot pepper.
Now what you do?
This is palm.
Parve, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because after you start cooking it, it lost its spiciness. And even before you start
Yeah, but-
cooking
but
it.
before, when
Because
you
two
start,
conditions are
it's
not
still
fulfilled. Remember the point,
Yeah,
Moshe?
yeah.
Duchka
harif.
and chupa. Two have to be fulfilled. When you push, and it's spicy. When it's just spicy in your pot,
Yeah.
it doesn't do nothing. Aaron, is this clear? When it's just spicy, it doesn't do nothing. It has to have the first condition, which is pushing, and the second condition, which is spicy. אם רתח צנון בסכין של בשר נקייה, על גבי קערה חלבית נקייה, אין הצנון נעצר. דטעם החלב ולא נקרא מהקערה לתוכו, זה לא שייך דוכתא אלא בסכין ומכתשת. אבל על הקערה לא אהב ושום דוחקה להפליט ממנה, וכן אם נמלל דבר חריף בתוך קערה חלבית נקייה, מותר לאוכלו עם בשר. You see? It says Rav Ovadia, said the Or Halacha, that even if it is, whatever you just asked, if it is harif in a pot, in a bowl, but it was not pushed, or you just placed inside. Let's say a person right now made salad. He put salad, his wife is in a rush to make the salad near to Veremia. She takes the dairy pot, she puts inside the onion, tomatoes, cucumbers, she mixes it up over there, and then she serves it in the plates. You come to the kitchen, make netilat yadayim. What is this? It's a dairy pot. Hold on, where did you put the onions? Where did you put this? Well, just, I didn't find the bowl, I made it inside there.
No two conditions.
Is the salad dairy? She made it in a dairy pot.
Spicy, no?
She mixed it up in a dairy pot.
Just mix it.
The onions is spicy. Huh?
We didn't have two conditions.
Didn't have to. So what's the status of it?
Okay.
Yaakov,
Part.
Part of it.
это ночью делают. What's the status of it? What's the status of it?
Part of it.
Еще одна тебе осталась. Par. Why?
No two conditions.
Two conditions not fulfilled. Салат ты там просто поставил, помешал. He didn't cut
10
inside that pot.
and 24 hours?
Therefore, it's par. Even if it's very spicy onion. Garit pazar bud, it doesn't matter.
But does this work for a meat knife also?
Yeah, vice
Same-
versa
same
also.
thing.
Yeah, dairy knife or meaty knife. Uh-huh. Continuing. של בשר, ודעת, הסכין של בשר זהו דווקא, שחתך בבשר רותח. When do we say dairy knife, meaty knife? Says הלכה, you can have a book. משה, אתה חכם, אתה יכול לקרוא בספר. No, it's okay, there's plenty of books.
24 hours doesn't matter here, right?
Where are more books? Иди, Яков, принеси там навалом книги есть. Ора הלכה, ענת.
24 hours,
Hey.
do you not count?
מה?
24 hours, not
We'll wait about 24 hours. But it. So it says now, when do we say dairy knife, meaty knife? Says halacha only if you cut with this basar roteach. What is roteach? Hot one. Huh? hot one in the כלי ראשון. אבל אם משתמש בסכין בבשר צונן, אין השומה נקרא זה על פניה כל כך שאסור לחתוך בצנון. I mean סעיף קטן ג' אור ההלכה ג' אור ההלכה ג' פגשת. next one. on the next page. והיינו שמותר לחתוך בצנון, maybe by you it's here. Yeah, it's a different print. היינו שמותר לחתוך בצנון על מנת לאכלו בחלב. מה שהכתב בן יוסף דין השומה נקרא שעל פניה כל כך, משמע שקצת שומה יש על הסכין. ועל כן יש להדיח הסכין תחילה אם רוצה לאכול הצנון בחלב. בן יומו. Now, does the knife have to be ben yomo to affect the radish? Does it have to be within 24 hours or no?
No.
To affect the radish. אפילו הסכין מקונח ונקי. Says if it is 24 hours, within 24 hours, if it's within 24 hours, even if the knife is clean and washed, not you didn't just dry it with a napkin. You washed it also. It's mamash clean, but because it was used within 24 hours, he has the status of meaty right now. If you cut, let's say meat, hot meat with this, within 24 hours. אך דעת ואם זה על ידי חריפותו הצנון ודוחק הסכין פלט הסכין גוף הטעם שבו באה וכמו איסור בעין ולכן אינו דומה לשער נת ברנט. Look at this. If it is, it says within 24 hours. If I will cook the knife right now, take the knife and put it in boiling water. What's the status of the water? Par. Cook it. Can I make with this water coffee with milk, Pato? Yes.
Not by now.
But if I take that knife and I cut with this radish right now, I cannot have the radish in the dairy milk because it was a meaty knife. comes out that those two conditions, spiciness and pushing, takes out the original taste, not the secondary taste.
Even after 24 hours.
Even within 24 hours. Not even. We were talking right now within 24 hours.
What's the secondary taste, Rabbi?
If you I cooked eggs inside dairy pot. Without any dairy, just dairy pot. Can I have these eggs with meat? Yes. Why? Because the eggs receive secondary taste. דלא גרע מבישול ואין לאסור אלא כשיש שם ניניות. Because of that, רוב ככל הראשונים, majority of the ראשונים disagree with Shulchan Aruch. They say it doesn't make sense what you're saying. How could it be that cooking such a power that is able to take out pig taste out of the pot, is able to take out shrimp taste out of the pot, it doesn't have the ability to take out the meaty taste out of the pot, and the pushing and the spiciness does. How does it make sense what you're saying? Therefore, they say the Gemara that says that whenever you use a knife that you use for dairy, for meaty, and you want to cut with this radish to eat with dairy, it's not allowed. That's only whenever the knife had residue of the fattiness of the meat. But if you don't have residue,
So you washed it, so it's good.
because you washed it, the Gemara never said that it's a problem. Problem, the Gemara did not specify in what case it talks about. The Gemara in Masechet Chulin says like this: radish that you cut with a meaty knife cannot have with dairy meat. This is the words of the Gemara.
It's needless to say when there is a residue.
So what the Gemara came to teach us? When the knife is clean, when the knife is after 24 hours, when the knife is within 24 hours, when the meat was hot, when the meat was cold, when you wash the knife before you cut the radish, when you wipe the knife, so many options you could have direct the Gemara. Which direction does it follow? So Maran says, do you know what he talks about? He talks about within 24 hours. The knife was meaty, the meat, that it cut with was hot, kli rishon, and it was clean and washed knife before you cut the radish. So the radish has really no residue of meat. Just the chidush is, a radish is spicy, and it is hard, so you have to push, and the spiciness together takes out the original taste. That's what Maran understood. Comes majority of the Rishonim says, no, it cannot be. Because since when spiciness and pushing will have a stronger effect on the meal, on the food, than the actual cooking. If I take that knife and I cook with this in the water right now, plain water, I can have that water and make coffee with milk.
Spicy is considered cooking because it's considered.
So what's spicy? Spicy is like cooking, okay? But real cooking doesn't do whatever the spicy will do.
Rabbi, according to this Rishonim, if you cut this same knife with the residue, not something spicy, bread.
Right.
Am I allowed to have that bread with the...
No.
So what's the chidush?
That's exactly the question. That's what Maran is going to answer then. There's two sides of the coin over here. How do you look at it? On the other side, you also have the question of the cooking. Cooking doesn't do it. How can spiciness do it? Spicy, harif is like cooking. It's hot, okay? But it's higher than the actual cooking. It's like, also doesn't make sense.
Might be the
So which
cooking
direction
is
are you pulling the Gemara?
It might be the cooking
That's the doubt over here. Understood where the doubt starts? Halacha. Says or halacha. Bottom line. Rachmin what? Rachmin. Well, I missed those lines. Rachmin, bottom line she. העיקר כדברי הראשונים שצנון שחתכו בסכין בשרי נקי שהודח היטב במים ונד ברנש.
So it's mutar.
That's the famous. Rachmin, give him a signature at the end of the show. Okay?
So it's mutar to eat with dairy.
So according to Maran, according to Or Halacha, the bottom line is only whenever the knife is dirty is a problem. But where the knife was clean is not a problem.
According to who?
Or Halacha, this Chacham.
Very problem when?
Rabbi Rav Ovadia.
Okay, huh?
Dirty is a problem when?
That doesn't matter. Within 24 hours, after 24 hours, cold meat, hot milk, it's dirty as the residue of the meat.
And if not,
And if not, it's clean. Mutarim lachem, push it, spicy, chocolate is doing.
two conditions also.
Two conditions, Bujito. It's not banat. It's secondary taste in the radish, therefore you can have it in the other meal, no problem.
Even together with the
That's the bottom line. Rachmi, what's the bottom line? If you cut with a meaty knife, that you just cut hot steak on the fire al haish,
This is bad
and then
line,
you
huh?
cleaned it. That's how we pass it.
How we pass?
Kacha.
ככה?
כן.
זה הרב עובדיה גם ככה?
Kacha.
וואו.
And we cut with this after you cleaned it, you washed it, soap, machalka, how much is it? You can look at your aksimon on it. Clean. Now you cut with this radish, push, spicy, jalapeno idi.
לכתחילה? אין בעיה?
Can you have this radish together with dairy?
Yeah, not barman.
Bottom line, Allah. What's the
לכתחילה.
bottom line? Allah.
But if the residue, not allowed.
Residue obviously not allowed.
Yeah, what's the difference? Spicy, no
So,
spicy.
so when did the spicy stuff is
Now,
not allowed?
others does not explain Shulchan Aruch like this, like I just told you. There is debate how to explain Shulchan Aruch. So if you're gonna listen to other lectures, or other Chachamim, or read other books, you're gonna get a different information.
Sorry.
Sephardim, yeah. It's debate how to explain the Shulchan Aruch over here.
Which one like this?
Whatever I explain right now, it's the Ora Halacha, he brings it over here.
הוא זו ההלכה?
Ora Halacha, Rav Mekayes, they are twin brothers in Israel. I spoke to them a few times. Yeah. The Rav Ovadia Yosef, a little bit has debated with Rav Ovadia Yosef on this. When I learned it, Bukhari said Atikash, it made more sense his way. Or Halacha way. To me, it made more sense. I argued with some Chachamim, they didn't like it. They said, no, he's wrong.
This is חידוש, it's not what I heard.
I don't know, I'm preparing you.
Yeah, okay.
That he brings the Chidush over here. Don't think it's the same thing you're used to, or you're gonna know. Somebody else is gonna knock it down.
What's the industry standard, though?
If you wanna be mahmir, don't cut with a dairy knife or meaty knife. Something hard and spicy. And serve it on the other meal. Don't do that.
And that's only if you use that knife originally now.
Clearly shown. Yeah.
So it's very far-fetched.
So, I just gave you a few examples. Pizza, shashlik. Sometimes you make omelette, cheese omelette, you cut it on the
So it's
eta.
on the secondary, not
So, why? You don't cut the pizza on the tray?
My wife will kill me if I cut it on the pan. You damage the pan. It's not good. You have to put on the pan.
What's the problem damaging the pen? What's the big deal?
Oh, you can't damage. You damage the pan. You have to throw it out.
Teflon,
So
Teflon.
you cannot do that.
Teflon.
Zohar.
Okay. זה זוהר.
Hey, Chavis Chaim, whatever the Rabbi wants to do.
מישהו חפץ חיים to disappoint you.
Yeah,
זה
Chavis
זוהר.
Chaim is Siglemund also.
Meir, you know how many Zohar hours we learned on this Shabbat? Moshe David, he says, Rabbi, you have to learn Zohar. Rabbi, you have to learn Zohar. Know how much hours Zohar we learned last Shabbat? In the morning,
time you
in the
start?
afternoon. There's a lot of Zohar.
What time you start? In the morning?
Zohar is interesting. Let's see.
What time your shiur starts?
5:40.
In the morning?
No, in the morning after the tefillah.
No, when you read the Zohar, I mean.
Around 8:15, depends. 8:30 maybe.
In the morning.
Okay. Says the Chafetz
It's
Chaim.
worth it to come. It's worth it to come.
העוסק בתורה, התורה משתדלת למענו כשנפטר מהעולם. Last page of this Chafetz Chaim. פרשת פנחס. Wow, look, everything brings Zohar. Unbelievable. Chafetz Chaim brings everything Zohar. Ashkenaz. Everything Zohar. Some other sources, I call Zohar. Says the Chafetz Chaim brings the Zohar in פרשת פנחס, כל מאן דהשתדל באורייתא, זכית להתפתחים לכמה תרעין בעלמא, בכמה נאורין. A person that is putting extra efforts to come to study the Torah, Achmin, he's not coming whenever he's finding parking on Sundays. He comes every day. Every day. He doesn't say, I can find parking today is Sunday. It's hard for him, it's easy for him. He comes to the studies every night. Says the Zohar, a person puts his efforts, he's tired. У него навалом били платить, компьютер закончит работу, a lot of things. Yaakov, if he puts everything aside, this is that 1 hour that no matter what's gonna be, I'm coming to study. That's ishtadel b'oraita. It's not study Torah. Ishtadel b'oraita. He puts full effort, full force. Vekama neorin, he says, this person will be blessed b'zechut of the Torah, that will be many gates and many lights that will open to that neshama, that person, that neshama that he has. When a person says comes up to Shamayim, in Shamayim you don't know where direction. There is no signs.
GPS.
5th Avenue here, 7th Avenue over there. Where is supposed to go? There is no ways. Give me the address, destination. Where is supposed to head? You come up to Shamayim and say, you feel. Show me a dillet. It says, who will have the merit that somebody will come and say, come, you over here, come. Welcoming you, giving you, opening the door, telling you, b'chavod.
Learning Torah.
Says the Zohar, Mayahai,
The Torah.
B'sha'ata denafak ma'ay alma, when a person leaves out of this olam, Ihi akadmidat kamoi, the Torah zechut comes in front of you, say, Aaron, bet, Shmo, I'm seeing. You feel belonged. You feel that, wow, people have something to do over here, enjoyment. Ve'azlat lechol netoreh tarim, and goes up the Torah and tells all the gates, open. You know, when you have a guy from inside, everything is open, no problem. One time a person went to the, how do you call this, security in the terminal. Wow, let's go, atkroy, storanu stoi, atkudati, where are you from? Who packed this? We have that. Suddenly, they saw a friend of his. They grew up together in school. What are you doing here? So listen, these people are 2 hours. What? They're bothering you? Said, listen, don't worry, this is mine for me. Sure, all suspicions, all questions. Alcohol closed. Indeed, you're good. Says the Zohar, how can you have that inside guy? Opens you all the gates all the way to your place, mate. Says the Zohar, Azla lechol netoreh tara'im. He comes to all the guards of the gates. He said, this is etamoy. Don't worry about him. Let him go through. Who is that power going to do it upstairs in Shamayim? The zechut of the Torah that you came every night to study the Torah. Mok nismok l'shov. Umachrezet ve'omeret, pitchu she'arim. The Torah screams. It says in the Torah, you have to open she'arim. What is she'arim?
Gates.
The gates. Ve'yavo goy tzadik, and will come a holy nation. Atkinu kursa liplania. Prepare the throne. Kursaya is a big throne. Prepare, he's coming. Who is announcing all this?
Malachim.
The power that you created when you were here. You get it over there. And welcoming, preparing you, giving you so much kavod, so much, you feel such a belonged. Such a good feeling of I'm belonged. I'm part of it. Why? Imagine a person goes up to Shamayim, he doesn't have that, Rabotai. Если у него учился каждый вечер, не проходил, every night didn't come.
А чего я налево ходил?
Why?
Другие двери его встречают.
Atkinu kursa leplania, avda de malka kadisha, delet chedva de kutsha berchu ela beman lishtadel beoraita. He says, you cannot make me any other way happy unless you put your full effort in study the Torah. I'm reading you again, man. Delet chedva de kutsha berchu ela. Hashem, he says, does not get happy, excited, wow. Only whenever a Jewish person drops everything aside and he comes to study the Torah. The Rabotai, the Zohar is Tana. You learn Rishonim, you make Dikdukim. Nachon, Rishon said like this, why didn't it say like that? This is Tana. It's telling you there is no other way you can make Hashem happy, but when you push everything aside, mishtadel beoraita. ומכל שכן מאן דהיטהר בלילה להשתדל באורייתא. And how much more some person breaks his sleep. He's dead tired. Laila, he wants to go sleep. He breaks his sleep, man, and he goes to study. דהכל צדיק היה דגינתא דעדן צייתין לקלה. Says when a person breaks his sleep and he goes to study the Torah, כל צדיק היה דגן עדן צייתין לקלה. Says all the tzaddikim in Gan Eden are listening. Look what he's doing. He breaks himself like we broke ourselves. When the tzaddikim were down in this world, how did he become a tzaddik? Because they broke themselves. He wanted to go Nalev Amei, and he broke himself. He wanted to eat something that he does not so good, and he broke himself.
If you feel what happened, you do.
He said, "Wow, takosh palosh palo padali rabbi, but the garlic over there with the peel, without the peel." And he doesn't eat it. He doesn't say, most likely right now it's winter, it's okay, Rabbi. No bugs now, don't worry, the bugs run away. He doesn't justify himself, he looks how to be careful, not how to be lenient. He breaks himself. Says, you broke yourself and you come to study the Torah. All the tzaddikim around Gan Eden says, the Zohar listening, says, this belongs to us, this guy. He breaks his biggest desires of sleep when it comes to study the Torah. Let us listen in. Listen. Ben Yomo, lo Ben Yomo, Kli Rishon, V'kutya beruchu ishtakach benayu. And who they say, come listen also, the tzaddikim, who they call to listen. Come listen, come, you have to listen to this. Kutya beruchu ishtakach benayu. Tzaddikim say Hashem. Come. Listen, you see, he's dead tired. Look how he's sitting and he's listening. Shomea ke'oned, it's like he's talking. The Divrei Torah. And what if a person says, Rabbi, я сегодня не могу. У меня сегодня юшво. Chayif yodam, chayif yodam.
That Torah also?
Yeah, it's Torah also. Такой еще есть, такой рил юшво? Я бина, мам то. You know, the Gemara in Masechet Megillah in Daf Gimel says, מבטלים תלמוד תורה בשביל קריאת מגילה. Ask Rab Chaim Volozhin, the Gemara says, you have to waste time of learning Torah to go and listen to Mikra Megillah. Ask Rab Chaim Volozhin, what do you mean you have to waste time studying Torah? Listening to Megillah, it's not psukim from the Megillah, it's not also part of the Torah. What do you mean I have to waste my time and go and study the Torah and Megillah, listen to Megillah?
Cancel.
Cancel. So it says the Rab Chaim Volozhin, there is two types of Bitul Torah, Me'akov. One Bitul Torah is that you wasted your time. Second Bitul Torah is that you studied, but not in the level you could have studied. So it says, you're now listening to Megillah. No, how much you had to break your head to listen to Megillah?
No.
Nice story. Achashverosh, Piani, 180 days, Kaifuit, Vashti, Hanger, this, that. Did you have to break your head? Rishonim, Pilpulim, Ben Yomo, Kli Rishon, Kli Rishon, you had to go through this? Simple. In the yeshiva, you have to break your head. You have to learn the Rishon, the Gemara, the Shulchan Aruch, how do we paskin, what's the bottom line, what's the bottom... Nachon? You have to go through a lot of thoughts. So it says, now comes Megillah, you have to do Bitul Torah. You have Be'azunas. Mevatlim Talmud Torah in order to go listen to Megillah. Says Rab Chaim Volozhin, from here, what do we learn? That there is Bitul Torah not only time-wise, level-wise. You could have get some much higher things, and you are doing this right now? Right now comes the night of Shavuot. Nachon? After you finish the Tikkun, you read all the 24 Sfarim. What should you do after? Read just Tehillim? Depends on you. If you're able to get to a level of class that you're going to break your head, get over there. No, Rabbi, I can't. In fact, I need to listen to something interesting so I can stay awake. And I don't know, I'll fall asleep. Okay, so go to the interesting things. A person said, Rabbi, I'm going to be in a shul. There is no mikveh around me. And there is no pool around me. What should I do? The nearest mikveh is half an hour walk. I said, you're going to have to walk half an hour. Each direction. And what am I going to do all the way there? Take with you Tehillim, read on the way. I finished all Tehillim.
That's the amudim, but
No, I got to no. Like,
gonna hit few.
no, go like like you drive, you do the same thing. You look in the phone, you drive. Here is safer. You read Tehillim, you'll walk. It's not a big deal.
He's not going to come back.
So a person goes right now. The Meir Eliyahu brings. He says the one person bought a ticket, flew somewhere, vacation. He be Shavuot, hundreds of people at that place. Problem, there is no mikveh, no pool. The rabbi told him you have to buy a ticket back before Shavuot to a place there is a mikveh or pool that you're gonna make sure to dip in the morning. So that's how serious it is. Don't excuse yourself and say, I don't have, it's okay. What do I do all the way there, all the way back? Bitul Torah. No Bitul Torah. Take yourself to Tehillim, read on the way. You can read. No, for the tikkun cannot do that. For the tikkun must be mikveh. He says that for the tikkun of Shavuot morning. Not before Shavuot. Like people say, I'll go before Shavuot. Doesn't help. Only whenever you metaken Parzuf Keter. Parzuf Keter is?
Before nights.
After you learn the whole night.
Yeah.
Now if a person is made, Moshe, if a person is embarrassed not to show the good job the Mohel did on him many years ago, he wants to dip with a bathing suit, he can do it. Go inside the pool with a bathing suit. Bring with yourself bathing suit. Go inside, loosen it up in the water. Tamam. That's kasher also. Only women, that it's the oraita karet, we are very careful for them not to go with clothes on. But for men, there's no problem. Every Erev Shabbat or every morning, a person can go, and he's embarrassed. Somebody should not to look at his thing.
He goes with his son.
He can go with the son. He can go with a bathing suit. No problem. Don't go with your underwear because you know there is a mileage on the underwear.
It's not about embarrassing, Arab. It's new.
Okay, it's new, embarrassed, whatever it is. You feel more comfortable with the bathing suit. Bring a clean bathing suit, not to make the water dirty from all the sweat that you have in your pants, in your underwear. So some people, what they do, they go with pants and underwear. Come to the mikveh, they take off the pants, they go into the water with their underwear. And then they wash all the sweat, everything in the water. And then everybody has to enjoy whatever he did over there. He comes back, he takes out the pants and the bag, he walks the underwear in the bag. He walks back to the synagogue with pants. He comes home, he showers, he goes sleep. So what did he do? He made the mikveh that is written in the Kubalim, and meanwhile you messed up the whole mikveh for everybody. What is that?
Isn't it Batel B'Shishim?
So bring Batel B'Shishim, yeah. So bring with yourself clean bathing suit if you want to go with something. It's not going to affect anything.
You cannot take a shower after, right?
In the public mikveh you cannot, but in the home you're allowed to shower even on hot water because it's Yom Tov also. Baruch Adonai La'olam. Amen. Amen. Rabotai, don't forget every night the studies of the Torah. No excuses. Birthday, Yushvo, 5 minut пошел, сказал, ушел. Not the studies of the Torah. You can go before.